Hi, my name is Bailey Gramz, and for my scenario, I learned all about criminal psychology. Next, you will be watching a PowerPoint that shows and explains all the research I did throughout the school year. I hope you enjoy. As I said in my introduction, this is the PowerPoint I created to display all my research on criminal psychology I have done throughout the school year. What this scenario is about. I've always had an interest in the human mind and how we give reason to our actions and thoughts. But the idea of using this as my scenario topic first came about when someone in my purpose class mentioned psychology. Since this project is a year long, I couldn't just learn the basics of psychology. I had to go deeper. Which is why, after my first step of researching the human brain and my second step of looking into the criminal behavior that can result from the different parts, I decided to learn about different ways to prevent this activity. These ways may be able to help lower the crime rate in the US and in the world. What is criminal psychology? Criminal psychology is the study of why people commit crimes as well as criminals' motives, behavior, and mentality. Though this isn't always done in the same environment, some criminal psychologists work as private consultants and others as full-time employees in the government. A criminal psychologist can also explore computer-related fields that deal with internet predators and online fraud. Being a criminal psychologist can result in you spending a large amount of time interviewing people, looking into someone's life history, and/or providing info in the courtroom. However, criminal psychology, in whatever environment you are in, always involves the study of criminals' thoughts, views, actions, and reactions. The human brain. As you may know, understanding the human brain is a huge part of any type of psychology. This includes criminal psychology. Our brains are the control centers for our entire bodies. They control our memory, speech, thoughts, the movement of our limbs, and many of our organs. The brain is composed of the cerebrum, and brainstem, along with many other individual parts. The frontal lobe and the amygdala specifically are responsible for criminal activity in humans. The frontal lobe is pictured here, and the amygdala is pictured here. This is because these parts of the brain control our personality, emotions, judgment, intelligence, and concentration, and self-awareness. If these parts of the brain are damaged, are different from normal, so are the things they control, causing the person who has damaged parts to be at risk for criminal behavior. Activity in the minds of criminals. There are many reasons why a person may be at risk to becoming an offender. One, as I already mentioned before, is the amygdala. The amygdala is part of the brain involved in fear, aggression, and social interaction. It is often affiliated with crime. Men that are at the age of 26 were found to be 3 times more violent, as well as showing signs of psychopathic behavior if they had lower amygdala levels. When there are defects in the amygdala, the feeling of fear is reduced in a human. This leads to a high chance of them committing crimes. The other part of the brain that I mentioned, the frontal lobe, was conducted in a study, and it was revealed that antisocial people, on average, have 18% decline in volume of 2 of the parts of the brain located in the frontal lobe. This is also linked to antisocial personality disorder. According to the Mayo Clinic, people with anti-personality disorder typically have no regard for right and wrong. They may often violate the law and the rights of others. As it says on the slide, whatever the cause of criminal behaviors in humans, it is almost always linked to the brain. Reducing criminal activity. When I started researching this topic, I found that studies are usually conducted to determine how to reduce criminal activity in the brain. Some of these studies include researchers found that 3-year-olds who were in programs that spoke about nutrition, exercise, and cognitive skills had a 34% drop in chance of committing a crime at the age of 23. Pregnant, low-income mothers who were visited regularly by home nurses who talked to them about health, education, and parenting were less likely to have children who were arrested by the age of 15. Prisoners who participated in a 10-week yoga class improved their impulse control, and British inmates who received vitamin, mineral, and essential fatty acid supplements committed, on average, 26.3% fewer crimes. As you can see, these studies are centered around certain groups of people, mostly children, pregnant mothers, and inmates. The results of these studies can help put into place practices that would reduce criminal behavior. As it says on my slide, thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed my scenario about criminal psychology and maybe even learned a little along the way. A big thanks to Andrea J. Marsden, a professor who helped me produce ideas and resources for this project. Again, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This is Bailey Gramz, signing off.